some of the keys to at least trying to contain a guy like that?
Yeah. Some of the things I saw on film is like he obviously what stands out the most is a very good like in traffic catcher. So like even if you're there, pretty much he can catch the ball. So we got to get our head around. We got to play with good eye control, good technique. And we got to be physical at the line of scrimmage and everything. So to slow him down. So if we give him too much space, he's very twitchy. He's smart. He's a smart football player, so he can get open.
In matchups like this, especially with guys that come in with reputations like Marvin Harrison Jr. Is it? I don't want to say like you have to worry about being in awe of a guy, but do you have to? It's kind of like, I guess, how do you focus on just the game plan and not get caught up in all the things that you've seen this guy do on TV and study?
Yeah, with that, we got to understand, like, we understand he's a great player. Like, we're not going to take anything from him. He's a very good player. But you got to understand, like, you got to play your style of the game. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a good discipline. Do the little things right. You know what I'm saying? So we can't make it too much. We can't give it too much and make it too much to make it to the point where we're playing scared or anything like that. We just got to play our style of ball.
Mentor. Oh, go ahead.
It's been a lot of like single man coverage, this year, especially on the boundary side. Do you expect trying to bracket a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr., trying to game plan specifically around him, or is it kind of more on you on that island out there to try and replace?
I'll say it's a little bit of everything. Every single week we pretty much know that there's a receiver that the team likes to go to. So I wouldn't say we bracket him, but we obviously know that's the quarterback's number one target. So I won't say we're going to bracket him, but we're going to switch up the defense a lot to keep him off guard.
So who's the best receiver you went against before you jumped that level? Was there anybody at D2 that really stood out?
We had some good guys. They didn't really do much against our defense, but we had some good like twitchy receivers that were kind of difficult to guard. But obviously it's kind of a different challenge this week and everything like that. But I'm looking forward to it for sure.
But part of what I was getting is like I think you talked about in camp, like you were at that level until someone gives you a chance at this level, you don't never really know. And I'm sure there's our receivers at that level that are at the same boat, right? Like they got overlooked coming out of high school.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's definitely a couple guys. There's a couple guys on Ferris State and everything. We had a guy on my team that transferred to Texas A&M and everything. So like there's definitely a couple guys like that. So.
Have you gotten feedback from anybody at D2 just saying, hey, good job, and maybe you open some eyes that it can be done?
Yeah. I think I might have at least from my teammates, I talked to a lot of my teammates back in my schools and my guys. They all congratulate me and everything. Obviously, I feel like I opened the doors kind of thing. Like they see that I'm doing this, and now they feel like they can do it. So it makes me feel good in a way.
When did you feel like it was the right time to make the jump? From D2 to D1 after starting for 2 years like that?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like I always felt like I said before, I always felt like I was a Division I football player. So like even my freshman year when I wasn't even playing, I kind of like had it in the back of my mind. Maybe that's not a good thing to say, but I kind of always thought like maybe I just could like ball out and then take that jump. But I just took it day by day. After I got the All-American season and everything like that, I thought about it. Coach Mitch was still there at the time, so like that's my guy. So I talked to him about it. Pretty much stayed. Then when he left, I just remade that decision after spring ball. So.
Are you in awe at all? Just kind of maybe how fast this is happening. I mean, a year ago you were playing D2 ball. I don't know how many fans they get, but Saturday night you're going up against a first-round draft pick for 80,000 at Camp Randall.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm in awe. I feel like it still hasn't maybe hit me, or I'm just used to it at this point. Like, I talk to my one friend back at Grand Valley all the time. Like he talks to me, he's like, I don't think you understand how like what you're in right now. Like it hasn't hit me, I don't think, but like I realize what I'm in from everybody else, what they're saying to me. So I'm looking forward to it though.
Who's that? Who's your friend?
Yeah, my friend Nyzier, defensive tackle. Real good dude.
Talk about last week. It seemed like you went in there maybe a little earlier than you had in weeks past, going in there early in the first quarter. With the way that you guys rotate, is there any like switch when you're getting maybe earlier than you anticipate, or when you might not know exactly when you're going into the game between you and Alex?
Yeah, the last couple of weeks we've pretty much been every 2 series. We started off the game out and we switched every 2 series from there. Just the way things were going, I feel like Coach Haynes just felt like I was, I had a good week of practice and everything. I was hot during the game a little bit, so I just went and did what I had to do and was ready when my number was called. So.
Do you prepare differently if you're the starter, understanding that it's the 2 series or whatever the split is?
No, I understand. Like regardless, when I do get in the game, like I'm gonna be playing with the starters. You know what I'm saying? So like we got like wherever I'm at, you gotta prepare the same. You gotta prepare like you're starting every week. So.
Did you grow up Ohio State fan? I mean, does this one mean anything to you at all?
I will say I did grow up Ohio State fan. My family is a very big Ohio State fan. A lot of my family come into the game. It is a big game, but at the end of the day, I can't make it too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to do my job and everything. Just play my game.
Against receivers with the size that Marvin Harrison does, I mean, you're probably one of the bigger receivers height-wise corners on the height-wise on the team, but still somewhat of a bigger size difference. How do you kind of combat that, be it at the line of scrimmage with releases or be it in the way that you cover them downfield?
Yeah, we got to be very physical with the receivers. The big receivers, all of them are like 6 foot, 6'1" or bigger, and like 200 plus. So like, I plan on using my length, using my God-given abilities to try and slow them down the line of scrimmage so they don't get free releases. So,
do coaches ever tell you, like, kind of, you got to temper that if you're getting too many penalties or something like that, or how do you balance, like, playing physical but also not driving the flag?
We got to play physical, but we got to know when to do it. We got to know when to change from physical to finesse, like at the top of the routes and everything. They're going to get holding calls. As you saw last week, maybe if you watched the game, Penn State had a couple holding calls on Marvin and everything, just being too physical, like trying to stop it too much. But you got to know when to do it and everything.
It's obviously easier said than done, but you know, this Ohio State offense is multiple, it seems, as they've been in the past. Do you guys feel good about, if we can slow down Harrison, we can slow down Silver, and at least maybe eliminate some of the big plays they're used to getting, we're going to be in this in the fourth quarter?
Absolutely. We believe in our team to the utmost. Like, we know that they strive on explosive plays, so we know we have to limit the explosive plays. We know that they're going to make plays. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to make plays. They're good football players. We just got to limit those. We got to limit the explosives and just play our style of ball.